Yeah, let's see if she'll come out easy or not. Just using some pliers that are way too big for the job. That's kind of the theme of this whole operation, isn't it? Isn't it? You can kind of see, I gotta get that out, and that out, and that out. All those little suckers. I think I can just file all that away. It's gonna be a bit of a pain. Let's see if it'll focus. There we go. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain, but it is what it is. I'm gonna do a test foot just to make me feel better. Yeah, it's actually not too bad yet. So I just gotta grind down, maybe another 1/16 off of each side. So it'll go like that instead of like that. I could probably, just about almost goes on there. I think those are those two and that one are my major culprits. So luckily there's the ridges on the high spots. There's paint on the end of the bolt still. So you can see on those two are head spots, right? And that one's a high spot, that one's almost a high spot. And that's pretty much all the ones I got to do. Knock those down and it'll probably go on all the way. And so you know there's no trickery, I'll take you over there right now. And focus. Good job. Boom. One down. One to go. Hopefully that'll add. I need almost a. This is like a little over. So that's a quarter right there. And then those ridges are probably another. I don't know. 16th. 3/32, something like that. Hopefully one of these on this side. So what it is, so you can see it's the trolley for my chain hoist, and it's not quite wide enough. You can see it on my Instagram if you go check that out. So I'm making another spacer plate, one on this side and one on that side, and hopefully I'll still have enough bolt left over. You can see there was about that much bolt left over before, so should work. What's up, guys? I figured it's been a little while since I've been posting regularly, and so I'm gonna kind of bring you up to speed on what's been going on. So at the end, so we were just talking about the my crane, my chain hoist. So this is what that amounted to, and I ended up deciding that that wasn't gonna leave me enough play. Because you see I've only got one on here, and that doesn't leave me any bolt left on either side, and I needed to have two in there just to make it work. And even that, when I did put that on my I-beam, which is, you know, outside, even that didn't give me enough clearance even then. So I'm gonna end up cutting the I-beam down. So that entire chore of making that little spacer bracket was entirely wasted. Another thing, update, I got this bench on Craigslist. I already had all the motors. Got this bench. It didn't come with the bracing, but everything else was good. And it came with this wonderful Colombian vise. It's a number 605. You can barely see that. But this thing is a beast. It's huge. It's heavy. I love it. So, yeah. For size comparison, that is a totally normal standard size bottle. That is absolutely massive. All right, so you see these piles of this pile of transformers. I was in the process of scrapping a load bank tester, which is that big old green box right there. I'm almost done with it actually. That's all the large chunks of scrap steel. There's some more of those. That and that are some more of that. So this is there's about 6 or so some odd transformers in it, and that's my bucket of copper and a bucket of other steel and iron. So I'm pulling out the copper. That one I cut open because I thought that'd be helpful. It wasn't. This one came out, that one came out without too much hassle. This one's being a pain. I cut through all of them to try to get them out, and because some of these bolts you just can't take off, they just strip. And then there's these 3 small ones I still got to work on. So that's where that's at. All right. Came with all these ceramic little round doohickeys with holes in them. These are, you know, thermal insulators and electrical insulators. And then the whole bunch of rubber plugs. Some interesting stuff I got out of that. Let's see, what else have I gotten? If you've seen my Instagram, you've seen this thing, you know, pseudo working. I used this a 1/2-inch smooth bar, rebar smooth bar, to tension this belt, because in order to get, it's been a pain to get power at the right speed to run the water pump or coolant pump that also gives me the right speed to all this other stuff for my power hacksaw. So that's been a pain. I think this is more or less working. I'm not sure if I've updated that in the last video if it was working or not, but as far as I'm concerned, it runs, works great. There is some work to be done still, but it works good enough for anything I needed to do. I should go ahead and put the safety cage back on. It's hiding back over here so that I don't catch my finger in there and lose a hand or something. And then out here, I've got some fun toys. This is a 3-phase Miller something or other. I don't know where it says it, but yeah, it's an SRH 303 right there. And that requires 3-phase power, which I don't have, but I picked it up for like $40 at an auction. I'm thinking about, I've been trying to sell it for a while, hoping someone would pick it up for more than I got it for, but that has yet to happen. So I might end up just, because I've heard that you can convert these to 3-phase or single-phase. You just don't get quite the same duty cycle out of them, and you need more amps, obviously. And then I picked these big bad boys. This is a 30 horsepower 3-phase motor and a 25 horsepower 3-phase motor. Fantastic, brand new quality. The only thing that's wrong with them is they've been sitting around for years. I think they're, it says on here somewhere, yeah, June 2011. So they're only 8 years old. I've been trying to sell those. I picked them up for nothing, not even scrap price. Hopefully I can sell them. I was just planning on reselling them, but it's kind of been a pain. I need to go make sure I'm working on all that. But in regards to my my gantry crane, I have all the steel at this point. I went and rented a plasma cutter, but they gave me they didn't have all the right tips, so it wouldn't cut very nicely. So I don't know if you can see through that hole very well, but it cut kind of okay, and that's, you know, 1/4 inch, I think, 1/4 inch plate, and I need to cut through that, which I think is either 3/16 or sorry, 5/16 or 3/8. Can't quite remember. But that needs to be cut down. That needs to be cut down. 4 pipes need to be cut at a pretty extreme angle. Nothing else needs to be cut down. Oh, that needs to be cut down, kind of how it's drawn out into 2 triangles for gussets. And then I'll have my crane up and running. So that's what I've been working on lately. Kind of took a break because it's just, I'm not a huge fan of editing videos, but I saw that one of my air compressor videos has been getting some more views, or more views for me, which is more than none. And that kind of inspired me to keep going at it. So thanks, I really appreciate it. Have a good one.